TinkerCAD tips, welcome back everybody. Well, based upon popular demand, we're going to be back at this again. I had quite a few people ask about making these straw toppers, but making them double-sided and multicolored. Now I will note that if you want to do these double-sided, we have to create the background a little bit different, mainly because on our text here you'll see that the left side of the text and the right side don't match. So we have to do things a little bit differently. So in order to do this, I'm going to start over, and for now I'm going to take all of this, I'm going to hide it, and I've already saved all of my SVGs for the image and for the text and everything. So we're going to start from scratch here, and I'll show you how we're going to do this. Start with import here. Let's bring in our SVG image. That's this one here. Click Open, Art, and I'm going to set this to about 60 millimeters. We can resize this a little bit later. Click Import. Give this a moment to bring this in. Once it comes in, it looks like that. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to color it blue for now. Let's make it this blue, and just as we did before, I'm going to set the height to 0.8 millimeters, which is about 4 layers. Let's do our text now. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to find that custom font, the shape generator, and there it is there. Let's bring that out. There we go. And just as I did before, I'm going to make it say Julie. That way our left side and our right side are a little bit different. And under Upload File here, I'm going to point to this SVG. This is actually a font that was converted from a TTF to an SVG. We'll click on that. We'll give this a moment to render. Then it'll look like that. I'm going to hold down Alt and Shift. I'm going to click here. I'm going to make this 60 as well. I'm going to make the height 0.8. And for the sake of it being multicolored in this example, I'm going to make it red. Let's move this up here a little bit. Okay, now let's grab the two of these and do a quick alignment. Go that direction. There we go. All lined up. All right, so this is where the difference is going to come into play. So for now, I'm going to grab the two of these. I'm going to lift them up. This will be my reference point. While that's all selected, I'm going to hit Duplicate or Control D on the keyboard. I'm going to drop that down to the work plane. Now, on this one down here, I want to take this bit of text, I want to duplicate it, and then I'm going to rotate it over the other direction, 180 degrees. This will represent the other side of the straw topper. Okay, now I'm going to grab all three of those. I'm going to Control G, group them together. I'm going to export those as an SVG. And I'm just going to call it straw toppers. I'm going to click Save. Now I'm just going to lift this straight up. I'm going to use this as a reference for aligning everything again. We can close this search here for now. I'm going to click on Import, choose a file. There's my SVG. I don't need to change anything here, the size or anything. I can just click Import. Okay, there's our imported one. While I have this one selected, I'm going to Shift select the one we just brought in. Click L for alignment. I'm going to click on the blue one here. Make sure it's aligned. There we go. Okay, now we can remove this blue one. We don't need that one anymore. We can delete that. On this one here, I can go ahead and bring this down. Okay, I want to change this now. I want to change it to outer line, round, and we'll leave the line width at 5 millimeters. Give that a moment to resolve. When it's done, it'll look like that. One more time. While it's on the work plane, I'm going to export that to another SVG. We'll call it the same name. Click Save. Replace the existing one. Let's go ahead and lift this one straight up. I'm going to click on Import. Choose File. There's my strawtoppers.svg. Again, I don't need to change anything here. Just click Import. There's the new one. Just as I did before, while this pink one is selected, I'm going to shift-click on the bottom one. We're going to do an alignment. Then click on Align this direction. Whoops, let's undo that. Let's select both of those again. L for alignment. I'm going to click on the pink one so that it doesn't move. There we go. All right, now we can get rid of the pink one here. Now on this one, I'm going to make it white, just as we did before. And then in the dialog here, I want to change this to silhouette. That'll make it solid all the way through. Now there's our solid. Now if I take these two pieces here and I'll bring them down just a little bit. Whoops. Undo that. Want to just grab those top ones just to show you that it aligns correctly. Okay. Now while we have the opportunity, this is when we can resize all of this. I'm going to select all of it. Alt-Shift. I'm going to click in the corner. Let's make this 55. Okay. Now I'm going to grab just those two top parts again and lift them back up. All right, let's put the hole through it now, just as we did before. I'm going to bring out a cylinder. Alt-Shift into a corner. And assuming our straw is 7 millimeters, I'm going to make this 7.25. To come to the side here, I'm going to rotate this over. And as I did on the other one, I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to change this top height to be 8. So that way it'll hopefully come out round. Let's stretch this out. All right, since that's 8 millimeters, let's make this 12. So I have 2 above and 2 millimeters below. There we go. I'm going to shift select on that cylinder. L for align. I'm going to click on the white part to prevent it from moving. I'm going to go that direction, and in the middle. All right, now we've got our base set up. So let's select those two parts and Control-G to union group those together. All right, this is where the fun's going to happen now. So let's begin by taking a duplicate of this up here, of the red and the blue. And now bear in mind that these are two separate objects. They've not been grouped together. We want to keep them separate because they're two different colors. So I'm going to select the both of those, Control-D to duplicate. I'm going to change those into a hole shape. I'm going to shift select on the background. L for align. Click on the background. Center them up at the top. I'm going to select those. Control-G. That will inset into the background here so that we can put this in there. Well, we're coming up on 9.5 minutes. I guess I'm going to have to go to a part 2 here. Hope you follow me for that. As always, like, follow, and repost. I will see you on part 2 when I show you how to do the rest of the front side of this, and then to flip it over and do the back side, and then how to group things accordingly so that all of your colors are separate objects so that you can export as an OBJ. Hope to see you on the next one. Happy tinkering.